South Korea's finance ministry says global uncertainties such as the pandemic and supply chain issues could further erode domestic demand. However, there's still a reasonably positive outlook in terms of exports and jobs. Rae-hyun with this report.
The Ministry of Economy and Finance expressed deep concerns over the outlook of South Korea's economy. In its monthly Greenbook report released on Friday, the ministry said that the spread of the Omicron variant and supply chain issues could further slow down domestic demand. The ministry has been expressing concerns on COVID-19's negative impact on domestic demand for 5 months now. Consumer price hikes were also one of the ministry's main concerns. Consumer prices in March increased 4.1% compared to the same period last year, seeing their largest increase in more than 10 years. Production for mining and manufacturing industries increased 0.6% in February from last month, but with the service sector falling 0.3%, production for all industry has dropped 0.2%. However, there were optimistic signs as well in terms of exports and employment. The number of people who were in jobs in March increased by 831,000 compared to the same period last year. With the unemployment rate dropping 1.3 percentage points from last year to 3%, the employment rate also soared 2.1 percentage points on year to 67.8%. Exports in March saw strong growth, rising 18.2% on year on the back of semiconductors and petrochemicals. The Composite Consumer Sentiment Index, which indicates the level of optimism that consumers have about the performance of the economy, also improved 0.1 percentage points in March to 103.2 from last month. Despite these optimistic figures, the ministry said there are still concerns due to the economic impact of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, the interest rate rise in the U.S., and the lockdown of Shanghai, and that the government will devote all efforts to minimizing the harm to the South Korean economy by managing consumer prices and supporting affected sectors. Rae-hyun, Arirang News.